So MLG headed out to sunny Southern California. At the last event in Dallas, Triggers Down proved to be at the top of their game, winning their second event of the season. Now they try to become the first Halo 3 team to win back-to-back events. It hasn't been done yet. Meanwhile, Carbon, they're looking to stop that and improve on their second-place finish, while the 2008 champs Straight Rippin, they look to take back their top spot with a strong showing this weekend. 3 days of live coverage begins now. It's MLG's Friday Night Kickoff.
A game changer, and the no-scope from Naded. Oh! Naded is a playmaker. Instinct blows my mind. Oh my goodness! Oh my God!
MLG Friday Night Kickoff. Welcome to Anaheim, California, the fourth stop on the 2009 MLG Pro Circuit. I am Farouk Tahid, and with me, as always, are Chris Puckett and Scott Lucier. Good evening, gentlemen. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
I'm hot. I'm hot in California. No blazer for me tonight.
Exactly. There we go. That's why we came to sunny California. But before we talk Halo, I wanted to mention really quickly, it's a cool thing MLG started today called Mustaches for Kids. You see that right there? I'm growing it out. It's by an amazing charity called DonorsChoose.org. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more later, but let's just say mustaches will be growing, so start growing yours today. All right, so Chris, Scott, gentlemen, what an amazing event here in Anaheim it's going to be. But let's talk about Dallas a little bit. Talk about our last event, some things we saw there, some shocking things, some things that we didn't expect.
Well, I think the first thing we've got to talk about is the dominance from Triggers Down. They showed in Dallas that by far they are the best team in Halo 3 right now. But, you know, we were kind of surprised by a few other teams there, Scott.
Yeah, Carbon was definitely one of the most surprising teams clearly on the circuit. I mean, they just formed, and they came into the tournament, and they showed that they can compete the best. They 3-0'd Straight Rippin, who we thought no one could ever do. And then they gave Triggers Down the run for their money. And I see only better things happening for this team.
All right, you're seeing better things happen for Carbon. Now, we had a lot of time in between Dallas and Anaheim here. What's happened since? Some good things, bad things for some teams?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of team changes here. Instinct gave Ghostayame the boot. Final boss, they lost Fear itself. They now have Soviet. You know, we saw a lot of mix-ups amongst all of our top 8 teams, really.
Now, I'm just going to jump into a question here. You know, rather than talk about big surprises, things that are coming up here at this event, I got a question here, gentlemen. Which team has the most to prove this weekend? Which team really has to go out there and make a statement this weekend here in Anaheim?
I think it's Final Boss. You know, I would say Straight Rippin, and Triggers Down. Those are my top 2 in the league right now. But I think it's Final Boss. For Ogre 2 especially, he has not finished in the top 4 in a long time. His team needs to get back up there, and I think Soviet may be the player that is going to help them here at this tournament.
I agree with Final Boss, but I'd have to say Instinct. I mean, they went out on a limb. They dropped Ghostayame. They finally beat Straight Rippin, but they decided that's not good enough, so they dropped Ghostayame. So I think they have something to prove to Ghostayame just because they picked up Fear itself.
All right, there we go. We got our second match. We got Carbon and Under the Influence, but we got our first matchup between Believe the Hype and Dynasty. That's going to be coming up right after this commercial break, so you guys stay tuned. Friday Night Kickoff, we're going to make it hot.